We know the two methods by which capital accounts of partners can be maintained. Let us have a look at these methods in detail. Let us first look into the fixed capital method. We saw that under the fixed capital method, two separate accounts are maintained for each partner, that is, the partner's capital account and the partner's current account. This is because under this method, the capitals of every partner remain fixed unless there is a transaction by the partner in relation to his capital, like contribution of additional capital or withdrawal of existing capital as agreed among the partners. All the other transactions between the partner and the firm, other than contribution or withdrawal of capital, is done through a separate account called as partner's current account. These include the various transactions between the partner and the firm, like sharing profits, contributing to losses, interest on capital and drawings, any remuneration to partners, etc. Under this method, while the partner's capital account shows a fixed credit balance unless there is any addition or withdrawal of capital, the partner's current account balance keeps fluctuating between credit balance and debit balance from year to year, as the case may be. Due to this, the partner's capital account will always appear on the liability side of the balance sheet, as it always carries a credit balance. However, the partner's current account may either appear on the asset side if it carries a debit balance, or on the liability side if it carries a credit balance. As we can see, the only items affecting the partner's capital account are addition and withdrawal of capital, other than the recording of the opening and closing balance of capital. All the other items of transactions between the partner and the firm affects the partner's current account. Now let us look into the fluctuating capital method. Under this method, only one account is maintained for each partner, that is, partner's capital account. All the transactions between the partner and the firm are recorded in the partner's capital account. This includes the transactions in relation to the capital, that is, addition and withdrawal of capital, as well as other transactions like receiving share of profits, contributing towards share of losses, drawings, interest on capital or drawings, salary or commission to the partner, etc. Due to recording all the transactions in a single account, the balance of the partner's capital account fluctuates from time to time. When it carries a credit balance, it is shown on the liability side, and when it carries a debit balance, it is shown on the asset side. As we can see here, all the transactions between the partner and the firm are credited and debited through the partner's capital account. The items credited to this account include opening balance of capital, any addition to the capital, salaries to partners, interest on capital, partner's share of profit, and any commission or bonus earned by the partner. The items debited to this account include the drawings made, interest on such drawings made, share of loss to be contributed by the partner, and the closing balance of capital. We see that all the transactions affect the partner's capital account, thereby causing a fluctuation in the nature of balance that this account carries. That is why this method gets the name fluctuating capital method.